What's up, everyone? I'm very excited to do this video to enlighten you guys about a female that I just found out about. Sarah Blakely. She is a billionaire. That's right, billion, not million. Billion with a B. And she is one of those people who shatters all myths. And I'm very excited to find out about her. I found out about her through a few articles on Forbes and other websites, as well as Wikipedia. So this is something you can research and figure out yourself. Wikipedia is free for anyone who has internet access. Anyhow, go ahead and research your own success stories, but this one just proves to illustrate that you can be the stereotypical dumb blonde and still make it big if you have the drive, the determination, the ideas, the work ethic, all the stuff that came together. Now, Sarah Blakely was a graduate of Florida State University, and she was a member of a sorority that's very, very famous now, Tri Delta. It's a national female social sorority. And both of those locations are quite known for partying. Florida State University and Tri Delta as a national organization and sorority. Um, Although, they also promote other values other than just partying, supposedly. Anyhow, you have this stereotypical image, and again, not saying that anyone going through this has to go through that, but you can see where this is the story should appear to go. And then all of a sudden, she breaks free, starts this clothing company from a product. She, at the time, just wanted to help people to design a piece of clothing that wasn't there before. And I find it very, very interesting how a lot of these millionaires have started off not really trying to make money, but really just to either help a group of people, large or small, or create something that's more efficient, convenient, or effective, or in her case, fashionable for themselves or their friends. Again, it spans numerous industries. Just think of Facebook. Just think of a lot of things. It's just ridiculous. And now, anyhow, she had a passion for this. She knew she could do it. So she literally, I believe, she cut like the bottom part, the feet part of the stockings off, and then pasted them on the back of her pants. Created this new thing, and then it took off from there. Now that's the summarized version of the story, and it's quite amazing. After 15, 20 years of this, she managed to achieve a lot of the things she envisioned, such as getting on Oprah's show, which she had envisioned like 15 years before, and all this crazy stuff. Now making her a billionaire from a company, a clothing company. I think they specialize in like leggings, stockings, and spandex. Um, but yeah, it's so interesting, and I do think that's one big thing to illustrate things. There have been, especially every year as we move on and on in history, creating new um, technology and so forth and new industries. It's more so like this, but every billionaire has come from a wide variety of different interests. There's music, there's entertainment, and then even those broad industries branch off into different ones. You have Oprah, who was a talk show host, and she did a lot of other stuff. She started a book club, which she was very successful, a lot of things. And then you have people like uh, George Lucas. He's a billionaire. He made his money through a film industry about science fiction, very good science fiction, by the way. And he started Star Wars, which is amazing. And again, they're not as simple as you think. It's not just create the idea, boom, you have it. We're talking 20, 30 years of a lot of work. For George Lucas, you have to oversee production, direct it, write the script, work with all these people, yada yada yada, a lot of stuff like that. I'm not going to get into, but you get the point. It's not that easy. And so again, a lot of people, if people who are interested about money or they're broke, I think the first thing they need to do is start at the top and start looking at the richest people who are billionaires. And then realize you don't have to make $1 billion. A million or half a million or a quarter of a million will probably do you pretty darn well. So again, if they can do that, you can do a lot less. And you just have to start studying these people, read some books, listen to my videos, boom, and you're on your way. Anyhow, though, with Sarah Blakely, a very, very interesting female. Um, Again, one of the first female billionaires. And it's just a very ridiculous story about how a female from a party university, uh, stereotypical dumb blonde, um, and from a stereotypical social sorority, um, can rise above that and become something she wasn't, um, or she wasn't supposed to by society standards. And I think it's just a great illustration of breaking all the beliefs that limit yourself. Perhaps Sarah thought that she was dumb. Maybe not. Perhaps society thought she was dumb. Um, Perhaps you think you're dumb because you did not graduate or go to a high prestige university or get exceptional grades or even go to university. Look to these people in history as examples. And I guarantee you, if you redo your research, there's not just one. It's not just Sarah Blakely. There are many, many people out there. And I hope I didn't give the wrong message in calling Sarah Blakely dumb or anything like that, because um, she's probably not. She's probably very intelligent and stuff like that. But it's very interesting seeing her journey, because for her to go out of school from there, it's just ridiculous how things happen. And I'm not gonna lie, there is a element of luck in there. She probably would have been just as well off in terms of happiness with what she had been doing previously before she started this thing. And on top of that, it's very interesting if you listen to what she did before that. Apparently, she got out of Florida State University, worked at Walt Disney World, the amusement park, for about 3 months, then switched off to a sales position where she sold, I believe it was some sort of fax machine or copier, door to door, and did fairly well at that. And that's something I don't know if I could ever do. And it's just very interesting seeing these things. Here's another big piece of advice that I've gotten from numerous successful people. Li Ka-shing, billionaire from China, has also given this advice, and numerous centimillionaires, that means 100 million net worth, they've also mentioned this. A lot of people have mentioned this actually, and I don't know if it's something for me. I don't really like sales at all. Um, but to distill the knowledge in a nutshell and just potentially change your life, whoever's watching, they have all mentioned something where, in one sentence, to summarize, is basically get into sales, because if you learn how to sell, you'll be able to do well in terms of survivability, making a living, and running a company. Li Ka-shing actually said that he knows no successful entrepreneurs who didn't know how to sell. And therefore, you have to be a good salesperson and get into sales before you can go anywhere further, which is a very daunting thing. Um, so there's that in mind. Um, Other than that, I do think it's a very interesting story. Again, I actually tweeted a link on Twitter, which I've been updating recently. It was 10 surprising truths about Sarah Blakely. Uh, and they were eye-opening. They were shocking things that you wouldn't expect, but they were pieces of advice that she gave that were just very much eye-opening. A huge thing was that she started with $5,000. So she shatters the myth that you need millions, or you need to raise 100,000 or $5 million to get a company going. I think that's a complete, um, I guess you could call it a myth out there that people fall into. Then they raise a lot of money that they don't need to, giving up a lot of ownership to something, and then they get people coming in who now own the company, who want to give you advice and direct things. And then if it's bad advice or the wrong strategic move, you can be screwed over. Um, so think about where you are, and think about this female, and just think that it's possible. It's not easy, and there's a little bit of luck involved, maybe more than a little bit, but it almost happened naturally for her. She loved what she did. She wanted to try something new. She got it selling, and 15, 20 years of work later, she is a billionaire. And again, this is just summarizing her amazing story. Fortunately, she hasn't written a book about it or anything like that. But it's very interesting, this Florida State University graduate who went to, who was part of Tri Delta. And she literally, like, I mean, I can't believe it. She probably partied. She probably worked hard too. And man, I mean, don't give up hope. If you think you've screwed up life already, and you screwed up your college degree, or you don't have a good GPA, or whatever it is, don't give up hope. Just look at Alice Blakely, or Sarah Blakely, and remember, you don't need $1 billion. If you can copy just a fraction of what she's done, 10%, that's 100 million. 1%, 10 million. Sorry, just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I'm that good at math. 1%, 10 million. 1,000%, 0.1%, $1 million net worth. Can you accomplish a tenth of a fraction of a percent of what she did and achieve millionaire status? And again, another big thing is, as mentioned by centimillionaire Grant Cardone, don't just follow other people's goals or standards or um, milestones in life. You don't need to set it at 1 million. 100,000 could be enough for you. So that's all I really wanted to say in a summarized little message to the world. And I hope you guys like this. And I'm going to do some more research on Sarah Blakely. Anyhow, hit the subscribe button below if you felt these were enlightening. And if you think that you are a helpful, friendly person, share this video with someone you think that you love that would enjoy this, be influenced by this, have this help their lives. Someone that would actually be open to this advice, listen to this video to the end, and actually benefit from it and change their lives. So go ahead, share this video on any sort of social media, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Will, and I will peace out now.